the last couple of years or decade and a half has seen the educationists in our country talking about how we need to reposition the polytechnics. Now we're told that the country would need in excess some 500 million US dollars to rightly make them degree awarding institutions or universities. The question is that the right way to go? So we're discussing that. Is that the right way to go?
Well, I don't know. I haven't read any of the documents. I'm reading the report. I heard the report. I'm not sure exactly what is it that we want to achieve. Is it we want certificates?
Universities. Polytechnics should be universities.
What would they deliver to the students? Certificates called a degree holder, BA what, BSc what. Is that what we want?
You think that's insignificant?
No. Are we planning on training people to use their hands to create, to work for themselves, to start businesses? To me, that should be the focus of polytechnic education. Whether at the end of the training, the person is awarded a diploma or a degree, and the person can work with his hands, we would have achieved our objective. Otherwise, what is it? KNUST has been running technical training for so long, but they have so many engineers who, throughout their training, probably never saw an engine of a vehicle, a mechanical engineer, or an electrical engineer who never handled electrical equipment. So what kind of training would give is more important than the certificate. In this country, that's our weakness. We're too focused on paper, certificates, to the extent that people think that they should even pay bribes to obtain high grades because you get a first class. What is the value of a document called degree in a first class when you cannot do anything on your own? The training should be your mind and your hands. How we achieve that is more important to me than what name we call it. There's nothing wrong with having polytechnics that award degrees. It is done all over the world. Polytechnics have certain courses in which they award degrees, building technology, right? So if you have a degree awarding polytechnic and you go there and you get a degree in building technology, what matters to me is not the certificate you're holding, it's what you're able to do with your hands.
How you're able to build.
That's right. How you can sit down and plan, look and design and give me effective cost and a good structure in this country. Oh, we're interested in, I can read. You can show you from Abraham's time.
True and poor.
That's it. But what we do with our hands, our focus has always been very, very poor. And that's where I think the educational level should be going.
Focus very poor is a phrase that I've just couched from what he said. Where did we lose the focus? Because I remember prior to 1990, there were reforms, and the reforms were intended to be what he is talking about. But 2 decades on, or even 2.5 decades on, we don't seem to have achieved that.
Well, for me, I don't think we've lost focus as a country.
We haven't?
We haven't lost focus. We are only trying to be dynamic and move with the times. You know, I quite remember Polytechnics students, the graduates, have had a lot of challenge with industry. And one of the major challenges of the Polytechnic graduates was the placement of the graduates when it comes to industry. In terms of salary scale, it was a major issue. Yes, we have a situation in this country, as he rightly said, it is the degree that is placed as the highest certificate, not even looking at even the performance of the students. So when adverts are being placed, you realize that people are looking for people who are degree holders. Okay, now this is somebody who has done technical work. He's gone through the system.
He's innovative.
Very innovative,
creative,
but has not gotten a degree. He has what? A diploma. Okay. Now, advert comes, they are looking for people with degrees. So it got to a point, students from the polytechnics, after they graduated, they then what? Apply to go to the universities
To do a top-up.
To do a top-up, just to have the degree, which was totally wrong. Okay? So government says, look, this thing has gone on for some time. We also want technical education to be our hallmark because we believe that as a country, that will make us to progress. So let's do things that will encourage students to go into technical and vocational education. So if this is the challenge, let us raise it to the point that a technical student will go through the system and then graduate with a degree. So that at the end of the day, when he or she comes up, when it comes to the labor market, he's not challenged. Okay. So for me, I believe that it is a progressive step that the government has taken.
If you look at the content of what he said, is it what is shaping the current policy direction? And talking about policy direction, for us to make sure we streamline what industry thinks about products of the polytechnics, it is supposed to be a policy direction. That's right. Now, if the policy direction is wrong, then your phrase about focus comes in. Right. Are we? Then it seems we're getting the focus wrong.
You see, if our focus were just
because the objectives of certain other polytechnics are there, and it's not as if that we're living in an island and we're doing it alone. We copied from somewhere, and they haven't changed. If
the focus is to train people to go and look for employment, then we are filled already. Polytechnic graduates
are supposed to be innovators,
right?
Creators.
They work with their hands. That's right. They can, and they are the ones who are supposed to set up and employ people.
Yeah.
Indeed, university graduates are supposed to be creating businesses, not going onto the job market to fight for placement and so on. That's where, in my view, we are failing as a country to train people's mind to believe that the fact that I have a degree in law does not mean that I must be employed by somebody as a lawyer. Or the fact that I have a degree as a mechanical engineer does not mean that I should be employed when there are so much businesses that are needing so much mechanical equipment that are needing repairs on a daily basis. But you see, because of our overemphasis on academics rather than practical training, we tend to look at where I'm placed on the job ladder, and we're all looking into government employment. I mean, in my view, the polytechnics are losing it. Or 99% of those that were doing the top-ups are going to do top-ups in marketing, administration, procurement, and
finance
so on.
And all.
And finance. The polytechnics themselves have lost their focus. If you go into the schools now...
It's not because the industry is now making them shift focus.
Which industry are you talking about? Service industry. Is that what we are focused on? Service. The marketing and sales, they're all to do with service. What about... Why are we not training agricultural engineers? Our country is 90%.
Because the policy direction is not there.
That's the point.
The various subsectors you're talking about are not doing well.
Who will make them do well? If you don't train people to think that direction,
you have governments. You have governments in power.
That is why
you have governments in power. So you're supposed to make sure
changing. Currently, we are having the technical universities. We are having the agricultural universities. These are policy measures to reshape. But
not vocationally, technically, and practically oriented. That's the point.
No, that is what we are doing now.
No, that is not what. When you turn them into universities, they will
go to school. That's not what's happening.
IPS was set up to train professional accountants. Now we call them University of Professional Studies. They will suffer because they are going to produce academic accountants and managers, not practical ones. Now, that's the same thing we're doing. I'm talking about agric engineering because everybody knows that agriculture is the mainstay of our economy. But there's none of our polytechnics that is doing diploma courses in agricultural engineering. So,
well, you won't get a job. They want a job.
Who must? Once they are trained properly and they learn how to work with their hands, they will find a job even before they finish school.
It's not easy. They're looking at you. They're looking at you, lawyer.
You know what?
You are a banker.
You have to make it attractive to the student, okay? Because if it is not attractive, you will not get the student to enter into it.
So it's all about what costs and benefits they can get.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.